Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of N Geek. I'm your host, Ron Dijon, and please don't attempt to adjust your devices. This is my real voice. What the is wrong with my voice? Anyway, this week's trending topics in no particular order include everyone's favorite nostalgia trip down memory lane returning to Netflix. Kirkman and company weren't done delivering the death blows. The battle for the box office ends with a whimper, and Double J gets back into the writer's chair, but not where you may think. It has been 615 days since we last saw our favorite 80s themed cult-driven nostalgia machine known as Stranger Things. Season 3 of the beloved and long-awaited show premiered on the anniversary of our forefathers saying, "Bitch please" to Great Britain, July 4th. We hope that once you have awoken from your food coma and showered away all the meat sweats, you've got enough energy to prop yourself up and binge watch like the good American that you are. Because this is exactly what our founding fathers had in mind when they wrote the Declaration of Independence. Is it though? I mean, sure. This season of Stranger Things returns to its original format of 8 episodes, shedding that extra hour to fit into its bathing suit. Have no fear because the gang's all here, including newcomer Billy, who is still sporting the Buffalo Bill. This go around, it appears that the fight is coming to Hawkins. Ooh. Will the extended break between seasons 2 and 3 pay off? Will it completely let us down like the other show that had 596-day break in between seasons? Game of crap. Is Steve the greatest dad in training to date? Let us know your answers in the comments section below. This week's comic book segment is brought to you by The Comic Collective. Find them on Instagram at _comic_collective and join the conversation. The comic book that reignited the interests of quite a few people around the N Geek staff is coming to an end. Robert Kirkman's juggernaut, The Walking Dead, has wrapped up its 16-year run with issue 193 this week, and we will stress it once more because it seems that it bears repeating. We will not spoil this for our viewers and ask you to kindly not spoil it either. This marks an interesting milestone in modern comic book history, one that we as readers may be taking for granted and don't even realize. No other comic book series as popular and with such cultural impact has had a finite ending. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, and even Wolverine may die, but that is just one storyline. They always come back under new writers and artists, so it seems like these heroes are perpetual. Millions of iterations and worlds and multiverses, but that was not the case with The Walking Dead. This conclusion to the Walking Dead comic book series does come as a surprise to many readers because Image Comics and Company went as far as releasing what the artwork was supposed to be for the covers of issues 194 to 196, as they normally do. Now, Robert Kirkman addressed all of this in 6-page heartfelt goodbye letter at the end of issue 193. In it, Kirkman wrote, "The Walking Dead has always been built on surprises, not knowing what is going to happen when you turn the page, who's going to die, how they're going to die. It's been essential to the success of the series. It's been the lifeblood that's been keeping it going all these years, keeping people engaged." Well, you got us. We here at N Geek want to send our congratulations to Robert Kirkman and his team over at The Walking Dead for 16 years of engaging and enthralling creativity. Let us be among the many who say thank you. Avengers Endgame was re-released to the theaters once more, and then it was followed by disappointment. It was announced that there would be a tribute, a deleted scene, and a special appearance in the new cinematic version of the second highest grossing film of all time. But that was not enough to grab fans. While many speculated that this was a last-ditch attempt to surpass James Cameron's Avatar, one thing is for certain. It has fallen short with not only the fans, but the numbers. As of recording this episode, Avengers Endgame is 21.7 million shy of tying the record. While Endgame closes the chapter of many characters, this isn't the last we've heard from the MCU. With Far From Home already in theaters, it will be pretty easy to forget this little faux pas. And speaking of Peter Parker, the countdown is finally over and the results are meh. Spider-meh, to be exact. Marvel has been teasing the fans with the idea of new Spider-Man content for some time now. Fans were speculating a 4th installment of the Spider-Man movie franchise, or maybe Sam Raimi returning to the director's seat, or even announcing a cast for the MCU's Fantastic Four. But sure enough, it wasn't any of those. But turn those frowns upside down, because it was announced that openly nerdy director J.J. Abrams will be lending his writing talent to a new Spider-Man miniseries. In the 5-part miniseries, Double J will be joined by his son Henry as they come together to tell a new Spider-Man tale, complete with a brand new villain named Cadaverous. The series will be drawn by Italian artist Sara Pichelli, whose credits include Runaways, Astonishing X-Men, and Guardians of the Galaxy. With this creative team behind the new effort, the series is certainly one to look out for. Well, that just about wraps it up for us here at Week N Geek. On behalf of the crew and myself, we want to thank you all for checking us out. But before we part ways, we encourage you to join the discussion down below in the comment section. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that little bell so you can stay up to date on all our content. And tune in next Friday, where we will continue to bring you all things geek every week, right here on Briefcase Productions' YouTube channel. See ya. Okay, so what the f, Matt? What's wrong with my voice, really? Whatever.